been asked to do a video on cat toys. Not that I'm much of an expert on cat toys, but we've brought in a little expert here to help me demonstrate. She's now demonstrating the little trackball toy and the catnip bananas. Oh, and the big ball, as you can see. Normally, kitties pay the most attention to their toys when their human is around to interact with them. There are toys that are made theoretically to be used without the human around. In other words, the kind that have batteries in them and move around and that sort of thing. I've had a couple of those, and normally I find that cats want you to be part of the game, otherwise they're not that interested. Occasionally I have a kitty who has a particular toy that they do like, these little springs, for example, these little puff balls. Kalahari will carry these all over the place outside. Sequoia likes these little springs and she carries them around. We find them all over the yard. Catnip, of course, is a popular toy. Especially like these ones that are the high potent catnip toys. You get those on Amazon.com. These little bouncy ping pong balls, those are kind of fun. And they'll play with those if you've got a nice hard floor. Once again, sometimes they will play with it on their own, but normally they like to have the human involved. This is a laser toy. Tribble loves the laser toy. Once again, the human has to be involved with this. The laser toy is controversial. Some people don't think it's safe. I don't see any reason not to have a laser toy. You just want it in the hands of a responsible person so that they don't shine it in the kitty's eyes. Occasionally a kitty can get a very, very hyperactive, playful kitty might get too wound up with the laser toy, and you might decide that that's just not an appropriate toy for that particular kitty. Let's see what else we have in here for these guys. We've got, this is like a little rabbit thing. Once again, this hasn't been that popular. And kitties tend to get a little bit bored with toys, so you're supposed to rotate them, and that does help. When you move things around, they get interested. The best, she's after a reflection in my watch. Best all-time toys are the ones that you don't have to pay for at all. Actually, you did pay for this. This is off of a mayonnaise jar. Here's milk bottle rings. Cats love those. And they'll play with those on their own quite happily for long periods of time. Anything with little feathers in them. This one is kind of a favorite. It's just a little stuffed thing. Things that dangle. Lots of little balls. The balls are fun, and they will play with those sometimes. What else? Once again, most of all, it's the interaction with the human being. These fishing pole rods are wonderful toys. I think this is called the, what would this be called? I forget. Anyway, there's a lot of different, the bird. This is actually one of those that is called the bird. But there's many different kinds that are on an end of a pole, and the cats will absolutely go crazy over this. Of course, you have to be there to play with them, and it should not be left laying around unattended. I've seen cats get really, really wound up in the string here. So I always hang these up when I'm not playing with the kitties. I always hang this up out of their reach. Oh, Sequoia, you want to help us demonstrate? You can make toys for them out of these little pipe cleaner things. Yeah, those are pretty cool, huh? I don't know of toys that are necessarily particularly dangerous for cats. You want to be careful For example, they like these little dangly things. Some cats might chew on this and eat this. They don't actually eat it, but they get it in their mouth, and then once it starts down the gullet, then, you know, it's kind of a one-way deal. So you've got to monitor cats that do that. I absolutely love this feather wand. This feather wand has been a big hit. The trackball is a pretty good toy, and I have one of those big ones that goes into figure 8 that you put together in pieces. They get bored with it, actually. They do love it for a while, and then they get bored with it. So it's one of those things where you put it up for a while. Crinkly tunnels are fun. Become an eyesore around the living room after a while, and the cats get bored with them and ignore them. But they can be fun with kittens. What else do we have here? This is a catnip filled thing, and they like the little feather end of this. The catnip isn't as strong in this though, because this is one of those ones that you refill. So I tend to buy the ones that come pre-filled with the high potent stuff, and the cats will actually hunt those out and play with them until they're, you know, really disgusting looking like this. What do you think? What else do we have? Just lots of balls. I go through the toys every now and then and thin them out. These little things are kind of popular. I keep these for the kittens. They're supposed to be so that a cat can chew on them. Cats are not like dogs. They don't chew on things as much as dogs do. But when a kitten's going through the phase where they're biting you, I want to make sure I've got something in my hand for them to bite instead of my fingers. Yeah, quick way. This is not even a toy. You silly girl. This is the package of pipe cleaners. So you can spend a lot of money on toys if you want to, but basically you don't really need to. And I forgot to mention the all-time favorite cat toy is a paper bag. A cardboard box. Those are the best known cat toys. Aren't they, Sequoia? Paper bags and cardboard boxes. Sequoia is one of the most interactive cats I've ever had. Very playful. Very playful. She doesn't play well with other kitties, but she sure does like her human to be interacting with her. Isn't that right? Mm-hmm. She's this wild-eyed look in her face. What's that all about? I've always liked these little lightweight, anything lightweight like these little puff balls that they can pick up in their mouths. Crumpled piece of paper is probably one of the best toys that you can give them. But these are fun. I get these on eBay. They're the 1-inch, I think they're called something like 1-inch sparkle balls or 1-inch puff balls. They come in different sizes, but the 1-inch, it's got to be the 1-inch, or at least for these kitties, 1 inch is what they like. And see, they like, she'll be playing with this because I'm here, and if I walk off in the other room thinking, oh good, the Tripple's entertaining herself, she'll just follow me into the next room. They like to be with their people, and they like their people to be playing with them. And that's about what I know about toys.